A group, non-governmental organizations and civil society organizations on road safety and injury prevention, has called for the adoption of sector-based strategies to address the challenges of road crashes, injuries, and deaths in Nigeria. The coordinator and leader of the representatives of NGOs and CSOs, Dr. Yusuf Suberu, expressed concerns about how to tackle pre-crash, crash, and post-crash issues in Nigeria and outlined the way forward.
It is noteworthy to state that there is a high rate of compromise in operation of driving schools, as well as the process of issuing driver's license, which is legally responsible for low quality of driver education, increasing rate of road safety violation, and carnage on our roads. Using the high number of vehicles on the road that are not satisfied are also being road northward, that are also being used for commuting everywhere, thereby endangering precious lives and valuable properties. Furthermore, it is pertinent to note that there is also a high level of compromise in apprehending traffic offender, which has led to dangerous excess by the drivers. The lack of interagency cooperation among relevant stakeholders, government agency, NGOs, and CSO in the post-crash activity, coupled with the inadequate funding by the government, has resulted in the decline of effective collaboration activity to bring about the development of the sector.
At a roundtable and dinner, organized for critical stakeholders in transportation and road safety matters in Abuja, Suberu stressed the need to galvanize resources to actualize the action plans for the second decade of action and its implementation.
His initiative has been unable to reach the target specified in the first phase of the decade of action. There is a need to gear resources together to ensure that the action plan for the second decade is implemented in Nigeria. In this regard, the outcome of this meeting will lead to the adoption of sector-based strategy that address hydro-headed challenges of road traffic crash and injury and death in Nigeria, and also development of a communique that will use as a roadmap to accomplish the set out goal for the decade of action for the year 2024.
The VIO boss, who doubles as the FCT VIO squadron leader and the national coordinator of Vehicle Inspection Officers Mayors, also stressed the need to address fundamental issues on discrepancies in the recording of data on road accidents or crash fatalities.
Pre-inspection enhances traffic safety. We need to have our vehicle checked, because if you check your vehicle, do that inspection of your vehicle, that attitude of overspeeding, that attitude of recklessness will not be there. Like he said, these vehicles are made by man, even they are brand new. They are made by human being and a machine. Those machines can have error. And of course, even the brand new vehicle is not even roadworthy enough. If it's not even roadworthy enough, a brand new from the factory, it's not. We have to subject this to some inspection tests before it can be certified roadworthy.
In his contribution, the Commissioner of Police in the FCT, Mr. Haruna Garba, who was represented by ACP Habib Rabiu, called for coordinated response to crashes so as to minimize casualties and provide effective support to victims and their families.
I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my Commissioner of Police for entrusting me with the responsibility to represent him and also to represent my organization, that's the NPF. The issue of pre and post crash in Nigeria, I would like to acquaint with the current landscape of road issues in Nigeria. There are so many issues that cause crashes in Nigeria. Some of the issues are caused by all of us here. By not obeying the rules, by not obeying the regulation concerning traffic, as earlier addressed by a senior colleague, most especially the uniform personnel. At times, you discover that without no reason, we don't want to obey the traffic. And when it happens, sometimes you discover that we also fell victims. So there is a need for every Nigerian to obey traffic rules and regulations for the purpose of the safety.
The FRSC Co-Marshal, Dauda Alibiu, who was represented by ACM Jonas Agu, attributed most fatal crashes in the country to the attitude of drivers who were always speeding, impatient, or had their vehicles loaded beyond limit.
In the last 3 months, I've had the privilege to run an office. Last week, Thursday, we lost about, Friday, we lost about 16 people at Hawan Kibo. Nigerians who were traveling in an open truck loaded with human beings and goods, brake failure. The last 3-4 crashes have come from Kaduna, come from Kano, come from Katsina, would claim 16 to 18 lives. Not because the road is bad. We know the road is bad. But because the drivers have chosen to travel late, fatigue sets in, vehicle is overloaded, and naturally, because the Nigerian driver, if he does not drink, he smokes something. So when these crashes happen, you have fatalities that happen.
Now, the issue of our road, of course, is an issue I shouldn't discuss. Government trying to fix the road to ensure that at least now it's some few days to Christmas, can we just get the road in good shape? These are the issues. And then you deal with the attitude of the typical Nigerian. The one who is a big boy, who believes that he's above the law, cannot be stopped. The one in uniform that if you pull over, can shoot you on the spot for daring to stop him, assault you there, and shoot if it's not restrained, because you're saying your life is valuable. Before you worry about pre and post, these are the issues to deal with.